Today is the day you're going to put your smartphone away and you're going to start vlogging with this. 324. 324 423. Hello everybody, my name is Daniel and this is the Korean Startup Project, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest gear, gadget, and tech from South Korea. Last year, I had the pleasure of working on the crowdfunding video for the Removu K1. And when I saw this camera, I knew it was going to be great for vlogging. And I finally got my hands on one. So today, I'm going to take you through all the details about this camera to show you why I think this is the best camera to vlog with. All right, let's take a look at all the features that make the K1 great for vlogging. First up, it's very lightweight. It is made of plastic, but don't let that discourage you. The K1 is very well built. It does have a nice ergonomic feel, and it's good for both righties and lefties because it's balanced very nicely. It also weighs less than a pound even when it has its removable battery installed. And I mean, that's lighter than most smartphone gimbals without a smartphone installed. The Removu K1 has a Sony CMOS sensor that allows you to shoot in 4K. It has a 17mm wide-angle lens that gives you that nice field of view, just like an action camera would. And it has a f2.8 aperture, so you're going to get a nice image even in low light conditions. Now, there are some pro settings that will allow you to adjust your ISO, your white balance, and your exposure, but don't get your hopes up. I mean, this isn't a DSLR, you're not going to get that level of customization, but it is still good for vlogging. Now, with the K1, like I said, you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second. You also have the option of shooting at 1080p and 720p at 30 and 60 frames per second as well. Now, there are some other resolutions you can shoot at, such as 1440p, but jump into the menu and see which resolution that's going to work for you in your video. The K1 can shoot slow motion in 1080p at 120 frames per second, or you can shoot at 720p all the way up to 240 frames per second. Another great option is that you can actually shoot time-lapse video in 4K. It's very easy to do. You just click on the time-lapse settings, set your A and B waypoints, hit the record button, and that's all there is to it. So how much video can you actually shoot with the K1? Well, its replaceable batteries allow you to shoot up to 4 hours when you're in 1080p and all the other features are turned off. You can shoot up to 3 hours, I believe, when you're shooting 4K video with all the features turned off as well. Okay, now it's time to talk about the two killer features that make the K1 great for vlogging. First up, it's the built-in 3-axis gimbal. This 3-axis gimbal is going to give you nice, steady, smooth video. So when you're walking around, you're not going to have a lot of bouncing and jitters, and it's going to make it easier for people to watch. The second killer feature is going to be its 1.5-inch LCD display screen. This screen is going to allow you to navigate all the menus. You'll be able to see everything nice and clear. But the best part about it is you can frame your shot so you know you're going to get the right video. Instead of guessing like you would with a GoPro or even a smartphone, you'll know exactly what you're shooting every time. Oh, I almost forgot. You can also use the K1's app to control it remotely. Okay, so I told you all about the K1's features. Now let's get outside and do some vlogging. So why don't more people start vlogging? Well, a lot of people think you need a specific camera in order to start vlogging, and that's not really the case. I mean, to be 100% honest with you, your smartphone is good enough for most vlogging situations, but a lot of people don't like using their smartphone to vlog on. Personally, I feel the same way, and I'll give you a few reasons why in just a moment. Now, what I like about the K1 is it eliminates all the confusion around finding a camera, right? With a DSLR or mirrorless, you got to figure out, what kind of camera you want first. Does it shoot 4K? What kind of lenses do I need for it? Then you got to worry about ISO and aperture and shutter speed, all those complicated camera things. The K1 just makes it so much simpler. You pop in a micro SD card, turn it on, press record, and you're vlogging right away. I mean, it's just as easy as a point and shoot camera. Another good thing about the K1 is that it's very easy just to document your journey. If you're out traveling around, having a good time, exploring a new city, a new country, you can just pop up your K1 and start recording very quickly. It's also nice and light, so you can pack it in almost any bag that you want. So when you're trying to walk around and find cool little back alleys, secret little restaurants, this is the camera that you're going to want to take with you. And when you're feeling adventurous, you can even turn on slow motion with just a few clicks of a button. So when I was a kid, my family had one of those big VHS camcorders. The kind that you put up on your shoulder, it looked like a bazooka, you're about ready to fire. and they would record just about everything with it. Sports games, birthdays, all that family stuff. I mean, today's VHS camcorder is the K1. It's very easy to take with you. It's compact, very portable. And even last week, I took my family out and I recorded video, my wife recorded video, and my young children even recorded video. Here, check out what we did. So earlier I told you I thought the K1 was better for vlogging than a smartphone. Now I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons why I think the K1 is better. The first is no more vertical video. Now I know Instagram just released IGTV. If you're on that platform and you're using Instagram, by all means do your vertical video. If not, don't do it. Nobody wants to watch it. Number 2, more storage for your video files. See, your smartphone, you've got to share your storage with your apps, your music, your downloads, and whatever else you've got on there. So even if you've got a 256 gigabyte, hard drive on your smartphone, you're not actually going to get to use all that space to record videos and take pictures. With the K1, you put in a 256 gigabyte card, 100% of that storage can be used for videos and pictures. Number 3, you can record 4K selfie video. Right now, smartphones today, a lot of them have 4K cameras built in, but it's only the rear camera. If you want to take a selfie video, you're going to be taking it with a potato. This K1 has a 4K camera all the time, so whether you're using it in front mode or selfie mode, you're going to be recording 4K all day. Number 4, it's just easier to film with the K1. Smartphones are great if you're pulling them out real quick and taking a quick snapshot or a quick video. But if you try to do any kind of long form content without a tripod, your arm and your hand are going to get really tired. The K1 is balanced really nicely so that you can do long form content and record a longer video much easier. And finally, number 5, accidents happen. Look, if you're out there recording a lot, you're going to drop your camera, whether it be your smartphone, the K1, whatever it is. If you're recording with your smartphone, you drop it in water, you drop it from a high place, that's your digital life. It's gone. Everything that you had in that phone, your ability to make phone calls, everything is just gone. If there's an accident, you drop your K1, you just lost your camera. Also, when you break your smartphone, that thing's like $1,000. The K1 is about half the cost. So even your financial replacement your financial burden isn't going to be that bad. So it's much easier to replace the K1 than it is your smartphone. All right, so after my last comment, you're probably thinking, wow, the K1's pretty durable. I would say, yeah, for the most part it is, but it's not indestructible, Now, I've dropped the K1 a couple of times. I've let my kids use the K1. They've dropped it a couple of times, but you do have to be careful. The K1 is not waterproof. It's not even really water resistant. So if you need to do anything water related or film anything in or around water, you're probably best sticking with a GoPro or some type of action camera. All right, we're back in the office. We had a great day shooting with the K1 vlog style. And before we end this video, I want to go ahead and give you some tips on how you can vlog better with the K1. Now, tip number 1, you want to stare at the camera and not at the LCD screen. I do this all the time, and it does make my videos look a little strange because when you're looking at the LCD on camera, or when people view your video, it's going to look like you're looking down. So you want to make sure you're looking at the lens, not the screen. All right, tip number 2. You're going to want to use your recenter option. You double click the trigger twice and then the camera will reposition itself for you. Tip number 3, if you want to shoot a time-lapse video, you need to make sure you're in time-lapse video mode. If not, if you're just doing the motion settings when you're shooting 4K or 1080p, the camera will move, but it's not going to give you that nice time-lapse video you're looking for. So double check and make sure you are in time-lapse mode if you want a time-lapse video. All right, tip number 4. If you want to turn the K1 into selfie mode while you're in front mode, you need to make sure that the K1 is at a 90-degree angle. If you're down here like this, it won't do it. You've got to be up here at 90 degrees. And again, for selfie mode, it's 3 quick clicks of the trigger. All right, and finally, tip number 5. If you're going to store your K1, you need to lock it. If you're going to use your K1, you need to unlock it. So right here in the front, you have a lock button that you can use to lock and unlock the pan function, and then you can lock and unlock the camera this way. So be sure you do that. If you turn on the K1 and you don't have it unlocked, you're going to see a little restore screen that's there to help protect the K1. Once you unlock everything, you click the trigger when you see the restore screen, and then you'll be able to use your K1. All right, so today I had a lot of fun vlogging with the K1, and I hope you'll have fun with it as well. But like any camera or new camera that you get, you need to practice, practice, practice to get good with it. So give yourself some time and you'll be a YouTube vlogger in no time. All right, that's it for today. If you liked today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that bell icon so you can get notified when we upload a new KSP video. Now, my name's Daniel. This is the Korean Startup Project. Thank you so much for watching. Annyeong.